She's the person. She's out there to go run.
Well, good morning, everyone. Morning. Happy Mother's Day. We're just a big old happy family in here this morning. I'm giving Avery the morning off by bringing Maxwell to work today, so he's everyone's problem now. He's not a problem. But other announcements that you'll see there in your bulletin, we had an awesome Mother's Day tea yesterday. If you were able to come to that, there was a wonderful bouquet bar where they went around and they assembled the bouquets piece by piece, and then they ate them. I'm just kidding. No, that's a dumb joke. All right. But it was a fantastic beginning of what we hope is a long tradition of celebrating mothers this time of year. You'll see on your announcements, we have something going on pretty much every Sunday this month. This next Sunday, I think, is when we're going to be meeting after church in the park with the families of young kids, or if you've got your grandkids with you and they're young, you can bring them out to the park with us, and we can all just have a good time sitting and having a picnic together right after service. And then the Sunday after, we're going to be hosting our orientation class. I might have those 2 Sundays flipped. But anyway, it's in your bulletin. Having our orientation class. If you don't know if you're a member of this church, or you're not a member of this church, but you want to become a member of this church, go ahead and feel free to come to that orientation class after second service at noon on that Sunday. We'll be meeting up in the chapel, serving lunch, and just going over why we have membership, what membership looks like in this church, and if that's something that you would be interested in committing to in some way. Now, we try to make it so that you can be a deeply involved part of this church without ever becoming a member. I think membership is a man-made concept. It's not necessarily something you find in Scripture, so we make it optional around here. You're really not going to be missing out on much if you never become a member. However, membership is helpful because for 2 reasons. First of all, we are a congregationally led church, and so that means we often leave large decisions like who the pastor is going to be, what kind of major purchases are we going to make, up to the congregation. And it's nice to know for those votes who's a member and who isn't. The second reason we have membership in this church, even though it's a man-made concept, is because it's a helpful framework for us to view and gauge what community of Christ are we committed to being a part of? Again, we might be able to make up that decision in our mind without ever having to put our name down on a piece of paper, and that's fine. But at the same time, I think it's helpful for us to sit there and make a conscious decision to commit and be a part of a certain church body, a certain community, to be with them through thick and thin. And so, again, we have that whole discussion there in that class. It's something that if you are curious about joining, we invite you to that. But that is all the announcements I have for you this morning. I know there's plenty more still in the bulletin that you can peruse at your leisure. But right now, I want to invite you to stand and join me for our call to worship this morning. Blessed be God who creates and calls, who sees and provides, who blesses and redeems. God spoke life in the beginning and walked with his people through every generation. God's mercy endures forever. The Lord heard Sarah's laughter and Hagar's cry. He knew Rebekah's questions, Leah's longing, and Rachel's grief. The Lord is near all who call upon him. Come, let us worship the God who remembers his promises and holds our stories in his hands.